everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'm Lau, and today we're going to explore the ideas that are shaping up the world around us. That is change, innovation, and the continuous improvement of the world. So it is important to say that these concepts are everywhere, from the companies grow to how we improve ourselves. And it is important the understanding of them because it helps us to see how the progress is actually happening. Therefore, it is important to see what's happening around us.
Hi, I'm Rodrigo, and what makes this topic interesting is that it's not just theory. We can actually see these ideas in action through real companies and brands we interact with all the time.
Today, we are gonna break down everything in a simple way, using examples of well-known brands, so it's easier to understand and relate with your life.
So, first of all, it's important to start with change. Change is basically the base of everything. It's basically human ingenuity and how it works. It's any transformation in the way the things are done. It can be technological, social, or even personal. And one key idea here is that change is always constant. It's always happening, whether we're ready for it or not. So, talking about examples, one of it is Netflix because we all know Netflix, and it was originally not a streaming platform. It was as started as a DVD rental service where people would order movies online and receive them at home. But as a technological evolve and the internet speeds improve, Netflix recognized that people wanted instant access to content. That's why Netflix made this change, and instead of residing this ship, they completely changed their business in all the customers' necessities and became a streaming platform. And today, they're one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world.
Yeah, and what's interesting is comparing Netflix with Blockbuster. Blockbuster didn't really adapt to that change, they stayed focused on physical stores.
Exactly. For example, Blockbuster didn't adapt quickly enough, and that's why eventually it disappeared. So this shows how change is important in our community and isn't optional because companies either adapt or they fall behind. So now we are moving topics. Now moving to innovation. Innovation is about creating value through new ideas or improving existing ones. It's not just about inventing something new, it's about making it better and in a meaningful way. For example, Apple. The iPhone wasn't the first phone ever created, but it was completely like a change. It was completely changed how we use technology, and Apple combined multiple functions. They innovate iPhone like music player, internet browser into one simple device are usually friendly design. That's why the success of the brand is always growing.
And Tesla too, they innovate in the car industry by focusing on electric vehicles and technology like self-driving systems.
Yes, exactly. Tesla is a great example because Tesla basically pushed the idea that cars could be high performance and environmentally friendly. Because of that, many other car companies are now moving toward electric vehicles too. So innovation often creates a ripple effect. It doesn't just change one company; it can transform the entire industry. And finally, but not less important, let's talk about continuous improvement. So this concept is so important because it's about making a small, consistent improvements over the time instead of waiting for a big breakthrough. And it is important because even small steps can make a great change. So one of the biggest example or the best example is Toyota because they follow a philosophy in which they are mainly focused in Kaizen. So that focuses on a continuous improvement, and every employer is encouraged to suggest small changes to improve efficiency and quality. So that shows how leadership is always important to see great changes. So over time, those small improvements add up and create a huge impact.
And you can also see this in companies like McDonald's. They constantly adjust their menu, improve service speed, and adapt to customer preference in different countries.
Yes, exactly. Continuous improvement is really about discipline and consistency. It's what helps both individuals and companies stay competitive over time.
Yeah, even apps like Instagram are constantly updating. They add new features, they upload the interface, and make the community better by tracking users' behavior.
So basically, change happens no matter what. And the important thing is that these ideas don't only apply to big companies, they apply to you too.
We all face change, and we all have the opportunity to improve and innovate in our own way.